If you grew up like I did, or more, when I did, you've probably played Beach Buggy Racing, a high-speed racer with a huge amount of characters, items, and tracks. At least, that's how I remember it. Today, we are going to be taking a deep dive into the history of this nostalgic series, some of its ups and some of its downs. But first, subscribe and check out my Twitch. I do lots of fun stuff over there, so go check it out. The series first debuted in 2012, and it was called Beach Buggy Blitz. Made by Vector Unit, it was made for Android, iOS, and BlackBerry, I guess? Believe it or not, it actually wasn't terrible, with GameZero saying, Beach Buggy Blitz is one of the best titles Android has to offer. Keep in mind that this was 2012, which was semi-early for mobile games. The game had some pretty cool mechanics, but the biggest downside that there was literally no nitro. Like, what the hell is a racing game without nitro? Anyway, all the maps are covered with coins, and power-ups are automatically used when touched. You can choose from a bunch of cars and characters, you can drive off-road with no consequences, and like all racing games, there is absolutely no point in braking! I could talk about this game for a lot longer, but we must keep moving. On to the next game. Beach Buggy Racing shared a ton of DNA with its predecessor, but let's talk about what made it different. First of all, it was released in 2014 on 4 different platforms: iOS, Android, Xbox One, and PS4. While the mobile versions were free, the home console versions actually cost $15. This game also had Nitro, which is scattered around the maps and stacks up when you collect multiple. Each character also had their own unique ability, which is closer to real items, I guess. This was also much more recognized than the first game, selling a bunch more copies. There are even more customization options, and 15 tracks. We need to keep the pace up though, so let's set out for Beach Buggy Racing 2. Beach Buggy Racing 2 is all too similar, so let's get the differences over and done with. First of all, there are items as well as character abilities, but a semi-sacrifice for the nitro. You see, there are 3 types of items. One of them has mobility, the other traps, and finally, weapons. Mobility kind of takes the place of nitro, because a lot of them just speed you up. Now, this game is big, like the biggest yet. It has 21 tracks and 13 characters. Unless you're talking about the Tesla version. What the fuck? How have we not talked about the Tesla version? Now, the Tesla version is the most recent installment in the Beach Buggy series, and was released on June 19th of 2019. It added an extra character and track, but the coolest part is that you could play with the steering wheel, making it feel way more like one of those racing machines you'd find at the arcade. But that's basically it. They added one more character, I think. They're like an astronaut. And one more track, which was like Mars, because Elon Musk, you know. Now, I'm gonna be brutally honest. Beach Buggy Racing is not an amazing game. Hell, I'd rather play any Mario Kart over Beach Buggy Blitz, but that's not why you should care. You should care because its first installment had amazing graphics for its time. The series has some banger soundtracks, but most importantly, it was an integral part of mobile games developing into what we know today. It was not just important, it was the most important. And also, it's pretty funny. Thanks for sticking around till the end. These are all my followers over on Twitch. If you want to be up there, you can either follow or turn into a mole. But that would probably be pretty difficult, and I would advise just following. But like being a mole, like I feel like you gotta like, I don't know, like being a mole might be pretty good nowadays.